Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I got the top half of the MX Succubus version costume done. Here it is in the back. This is all hand painted completely. It was a little bit difficult because I tried it at first with the tape and measuring it out, but it didn't end up so well. I couldn't get the tape to measure correctly, so I just ended up painting the stripes on here. And didn't really have to paint all the way down or on the sleeves all the way down because I'll be wearing these gloves to go up to my elbow, and I'll be wearing these pants that go up to here, basically about right there to where I'm going to be attaching the bow to. That way it looks like a full-on bodysuit. But this is the first half of the tutorial. I figure I'd go ahead and post it for you guys. It's already been through the dryer treatment, and it will survive through the washer as well. So here's the tutorial, and I hope you all enjoy. To start out with, we're going to get our paintbrush and put some black or white paint on it, depending on what color shirt you picked. And start with the turtleneck and create like an arrow pointing downward. And you're going to keep doing this over and over again all the way until the bottom of the shirt. The first tip that I can give you is that whenever you do go to paint the shirt, make sure that these lines that you are creating, that they go over onto the top of the shoulder to the side a little. Make sure that they're a tad bit curved out to a point, because what you're going to do is that when you go to flip it over, you're going to connect those lines to the back. It makes it a lot easier and it's less painful, and it saves you on tape or whichever method you decided to use. I did put in this video a little tape method to show you how you could use it with the tape, because I know that some would prefer to be more safe than sorry, which I don't blame you. And that's why I also put the tape in here a little later on in the video, is to show you how you can create the guided lines to help you in case you're not so great with lines. I prefer myself as free-handed, but it's personally up to you. Either method is great. There's no wrong method to this. Just keep doing this, and then when you do the back, just flip it over and repeat. When you are finished with the shirt, I would suggest putting it on a hanger and then just hang it on a wall somewhere where you know nobody's going to touch it so it can dry. I let it dry for about 24 hours before I messed with it again, because I wanted to make sure that the paint really soaked into the fabric. Just as a suggestion, for each side I would suggest wait a day a piece. That way it will stretch in every way that you need it to be, and it will really soak in, and it will be completely dry before you start on the sleeves. Now what I'm doing here is I'm showing you how after you painted the shirt, before you do the dryer treatment, and preferably before you start on the sleeves, go through on each individual stripe and stretch it out That's what I'm doing right here. The reason why you're going to do this is because whenever you use fabric paint, it tends to stiffen up the shirt and it makes it stick to you, and then sometimes it can shrink the shirt, and you definitely don't want to do that whenever you're going to wear it, especially if it happens to be the perfect size. That's why you need to go through individually and stretch these. It might look a little odd at first because you're going to see these lines through it, but whenever you do the dryer treatment, the heating treatment, what it's going to do is it's going to help spread that paint a little farther, and it'll get into the fiber so you can't see it whenever you're wearing it. Trust me, this is a great tip I found out when I did the Harley Quinn Suicide Squad t-shirt. This is a very helpful method, and make sure you do it on the sleeves after it all has sat and dried. Make sure that you do this if you really want to make sure that it stretches. Now to work on the sleeves. What I'm doing here is that the line where it connects the sleeve to the actual shirt, there's a big huge crease line that you can see connecting it. You're going to paint that piece because I noticed on hers, whenever the lines come together, it seems to attach to a line to this her arm, because it's technically her body, not an actual shirt, but you want the impression that it's your actual body. So this is why you want to connect it right there, and then just do, I did about maybe 2 inches apart, maybe even an inch. It all depends on you, and remember, you don't have to go all the way down. I just like to cover my bases myself because you're going to be wearing a glove up to your elbows anyway, so it's completely up to you if you want to go all the way down. I would just recommend it. And then you're also going to go through and stretch it just like I showed you before, and make sure you do the back of the sleeve and connect it. Do the same trick that you used on the shirt by using the edges to combine to the back, and then just copy on the other sleeve, and you're done. That is how you make this shirt. Like I said, it was pretty simple, so it wasn't too bad at all. And at most, this cost me probably about $5, roughly, between all the paint and also the cost of the shirt. So it's a very cheap cosplay for the top half at least, so it wasn't that bad at all. And also to let y'all know that I did start a blog on the cosplay app. Y'all probably heard about it, but it's to where you can post your cosplays, your current progress on it. So currently, I have been posting all my updates on there if you want to keep up with everything that I've been doing. But this is the progress I have so far. I have the gloves almost done, so it's getting very close to Yamacon. Hopefully I get it all finished. I still have to work on the girls' pillow costumes, which that won't take too much. I don't see it taking too much longer, and hopefully everything turns out well. Well, and tune in next time. See you guys. Don't forget to subscribe.